So Danush Bhakta now into bowl again. Puts that down, and that batsman was just bending down to that, wasn't moving the feet. So if I'd have a criticism of LA batting at the moment, is these guys aren't getting behind the ball.
Can I get a radio? Yeah.
So 2 runs off the over so far, four dot balls, and then that cut out to leg side, and then for the last ball of the over, pushes that one forward, comes in mid wicket again, straight to the wicket keeper. 3 runs off the over. Score moves on to 20 for 2. Top scorer so far is both Nishant Patel. Bhavak Bhakta was out for 6 as well, so 6 is the top score. Is that part of that 20 total? And run rate down to about 5 and over. Mahir, main strike bowler, 2 for 8, and Fenil Bhakta, 0 for 7, and Danush Bhakta 0 for 3. So Fenel was replaced after 1 over. So 4 overs down. Run rate 5. So Jutan went first ball, and then it was 2 for 13 when Bhavak was out. So that's partnership worth 7 runs so far. So this is the Division A series between Los Angeles, Division A series semi-final, Los Angeles and Corpus, who won the toss and elected to bowl, which was a good move by the looks of things. Change of bowling. Probably saving Mahir for the last 2 overs, which Usually happens with your better bowlers. Bit of spin bowling now, coming down, dabs it away. I think Kunj Bhagat is facing. Just 4 extras so far out of that 20, so 16 runs scored, 4 and 4 extras. Pushing away. So after some quick opening bowling, medium pace, making the most of the moisture, we brought on the spinners now. See what happens. High delivery, quick. Batsman is having a hard time. Grounds crew have been doing an amazing job around all these 4 fields. And again, this ball beating the batsman. Off breaks, bowling off breaks. That off break was a little too wide, so judged a wide, another extra. Dabs that one down, just kept it out. Very high delivery. A tall spin bowler. So Nishant Patel still on 6, and Kunj Bhagat will still have to score a run off this over. The spinner is Dhruv Bhakta. This will be his fifth ball of the over. Crowd were asking for a wide, and it wasn't given by the umpire, so there was no wide off that last ball. Dhruv gets that one to rise, almost catches the edge of the bat there, but not quite. Batsman actually tried to go forward to it. Very good over there by Dhruv. And maiden, I believe. I don't think there are any runs off the over at all. So again, Corpus keeping the pressure on the Los Angeles batting. Judicious bowling changes, using the dampness of the wicket to start off with, and now as it dries out, bringing on the spinners. Rodney Cutting has been running the grounds crew here literally for the last 10 days. We've had the under-19 selection. Prior to that, we had the 6th.
Go on that one. Go over there.
Weak one. Huh? Move over there.
More on the other side. Let me hold on. Let me switch. What happened? This breakdown?
Yeah.
Oh.
Needed after that maiden. The sirens go off in the crowd as that 4 was scored. Considered Danush Bhakta bowling this over. That ball stayed very low. It's a wide. Medium pace. Ball staying low. In for a second ball of the over. That one's a good length. Picked up beautifully by the batsman.
Hey, now some will take break.
So that was Kunj Bhagat, who's 9 not out. Nishant Patel, I think, is the outgoing batsman. We'll soon see. So Dansuk Bhakta, after 5 runs, suddenly gets a wicket, but it doesn't suddenly. He well earned wicket there. He was getting that ball to rise on those last 2 balls. He bowled. Corpus definitely with their tails up at the moment. 4 batsmen sitting in the pavilion. Sorry, 3 batsmen. So Los Angeles 26 for 3 now after 5 overs. On the back foot, you might say. Shining the ball there, Deshant, and should be his 5th ball of the over. So got a left-hander.
Hey, can you put the car?
See how the bowler adjusts. Close infield. Nice little flick using the wristy shot there. Strong bottom hand. Picks up a single. Finds the gap. So deft little off the mark shot there by the incoming batsman. And that's the end of the over. Another wicket down. Incoming batsman Ian Desai got up there for a single, and Kunj Bhagat on 9. So that last wicket fell at 26, so just a partnership there of 13. We need to get a little bit more than that if Los Angeles going to win this game. So Dhruv Bhatta, I think, will be on to spin bowl at the other end. It's a good combination, spin and medium pace or fast bowling. Forces the batsman to have to adjust each time. Bit of discussion going on in the middle there. This event ably supported by a lot of contributors. Hotel Key, Aditya Thurinjan, who played great cricket for the US, went off and invented this app that can open hotels around the world from your iPhone. So it allows you to save a lot of money on keys and rekeying and all that sort of stuff, and his success is reflected in this tournament here with the support that he's given, financial support. And that's nice to see US cricketers giving back to their sport and their community, which is really what cricket's all about when all's said and done. We're now getting this Major League Cricket that's coming in, supported by outside investors. It'll be interesting to see how they connect with the community. Good model for that is the Major League Baseball, bringing in the major corporations. It'll be interesting to see whether that happens in the Major League Cricket, and whether they're able to build an audience as well, because most of it's dependent on TV at the moment. Well, not too many. Very few tournaments like this. You know, this is unusual to have all these spectators here. So it's really great to see the support the backers are giving cricket.
You record that?
Yeah, I'm recording.
People are getting lined up here.
I don't know why.
It's good.
One thing about T20 cricket is it's the uniform market has mushroomed. In the old days when you just wore whites,
Why you don't take the
wasn't
tape
much
off?
business going on for the uniform makers, but now it's like soccer teams changing their livery every game, every series they go into. It's not unusual to get 4 or 5 uniforms in a year now. You know, $40 to $50 a pop. That's, you know, $250 just on uniforms. Cricket bats are going up in cost too. I've seen some selling now for $400, but 5 years ago it was $100. Gloves and pads have stayed about the same. But again, it's a cost of entry sport that helps the grassroots. And soccer, it's just a soccer ball with all this extra equipment. And also because we don't have strong leagues, a lot of teams have to travel and enjoy and play in tournaments and fly there. So that's another added cost. So to get the grassroots going, I think you've got to keep the sport accessible and cheaper at the at grassroots level, either by fundraising. And here we come now into spin bowling again. Dabbed away. That was reassuring to see the batsman move his foot to the ball. I haven't seen that with the other 3 batsmen. They were out as a result. So footwork is very important when you're facing the spin bowlers. Come again. Ooh, got lucky there. Will that be a bye? Did he put his bat on it? And yes, it's a bye. So we've almost been playing an hour. Score at 27 for 3. So Ayan Desai on 1 and Kunj on 9. Nobody in double figures yet. Come again. Interesting delivery. Nice little flick there to the leg side. Fine leg. And it's 4 runs. Much needed. Los Angeles crowd goes wild. Score moves on to 28. So Amit Bhakta, the new spin bowler.
Oh, you want to change the camera?
So
You want to change it now? It's okay, we can move on.
So Corpus doing a good job of
We can
moving their bowlers around, keeping the pressure on, not letting Los Angeles get complacent. That's a nice shot there on the onside for a drive there. A little bit of momentum developing here by the Los Angeles team. So Kunj now in double figures. First one we've had in double figures on the Los Angeles side. So Amit, interesting delivery style. He's delivering off the back foot, which often leads to throwing. When we're coaching youngsters, we try to get him to move to the front foot, but here he is just uses that front foot to balance himself. Almost like a pitcher ball, but he managed to keep it straight. So 6 runs in the over so far. So score moves on to 34 for 3 after that expensive over. Much needed by Los Angeles. So Amit back to 6 off the over. And Danush Bhakta, both spinners have been hit a little bit, but Danush Bhakta had 10 hit off him in 2 overs, so there was 7th off Amit's over because there was a bye there as well. Number 21 into the attack now, shining the ball. Spin, pushes, dabs that down to the leg side, manages to get through to 3rd man, pick up a single. Score moves on to 35 for 3. Bowler decides to come over the wicket. Actually he's a righty, so he's coming over around the wicket. So Dhruv Bhakta brought back in to spin from this end, pushed away on the on the leg side, sorry, straight there to mid wicket. And I get 2 for that. Score moves on to 36 for 3. Dhruv, left arm over. Gets that one to push through low. So he's a left arm. Dhruv again, left arm over. Just outside the off stump. So left-handed bowler to left-handed batsman. Quick scampers for the second run there. I think we're at 38 now for 3. Finally getting a bit of a partnership here together. So the left-hander changing to go around the wicket to the right-hander, choosing to go around the wicket, but the batsman just manages to get the faint touch on that for a single. And Drew will come over the wicket to the left-hander. Now coming round to the right-hander. Almost gets that one. Batsman digs it out. Getting some quick movement off the pitch there. So Drew, a helpful over for Los Angeles. Score now moves on to 41 for 3. Projected run rate is we're at 5.2 and the score down to 104 at the present run rate. So Kunj Bhagat now on 17, doing a good anchoring role here. Aided by Desai on 5. This partnership beginning to develop here. Hello.
How are you, David, sir?
Yes. And how are you today?
I'm doing fine, sir. How's the cricket going?
You're one of the supporters of this great
yes,
tournament.
of course, sir. Very proudly.
Yes, and what's your firm do?
We do furniture, fixtures, flooring, so anything related to the hospitality industry, basically, we supply.
Great.
How are you doing?
Very well today. Yeah, it's a glorious day of cricket in the park, and Los Angeles trying to dig out of a hole here. You change your bowling. Push off there to the offside. Yes, who do I have in the booth with me today?
This is Naresh. Everyone knows me like Andy.
Yes.
Yes.
I figured it better you introduce yourself, Naresh.
You were right, sir. Yesterday I had a good conversation. And,
yes, it's really nice to see you. Yeah.
David, sir.
Yeah, it's been. Did you have to drive in?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, I did.
Where'd you drive in from?
From El Monte.
El Monte. That's quite a drive. Yeah. 60 miles out.
Yeah, pretty much so.
Yeah.
You
like
no traffic, no traffic, so it was good.
Yeah.
Good drive.
Excellent stuff.
Okay, good.
Nice. Gets ahead of the ball there. Totally missed it, in fact. So our Amit Bharat creating a few mistakes here on the part of the batsman. But a good partnership here developing.
They're slowly doing good job.
Yeah.
They lost early wickets.
Yeah, they had an early wicket today, and first ball, in fact. Here comes Amit.
Really?
Yeah.
First ball.
No, you missed it while you were driving in.
Oh,
Yeah.
probably, yes.
Yeah, it was a quick strike. So Los Angeles really trying to dig their way out of a hole at the moment. Amit here bowling very accurately, creating problems for the batsman. He's moving forward though, trying to meet to it. Getting a lot of dot balls in the process. And Kunj is the top batsman at the moment with 17 runs. So a bit of a duel developing here. Yeah,
Kunj
yeah.
Bhagat is at 17 and I am Desai at 6. crowd building up slowly.
Yeah. Well, if they're driving in like you, they're coming in from all over, right? Surrounding Los Angeles.
Absolutely right, sir.
What's the traffic like coming in?
Very light.
Very light. Yeah. That's one advantage of July 4th, right?
That is correct.
Yeah. Yeah. Now, this isn't the first time you supported this tournament, is it?
No, previously too. Yeah.
Yeah.
we've been
How many of them
supporting
you've done? About four or five?
about eight events.
Eight,
Yes.
yeah.
8 events.
Again,
It's
play
our,
and a miss.
communities, so all the communities comes together.
Well, I was speaking with Pradeep earlier, and he said that this tournament started in 2000.
That's
and
correct.
the first one was here in Los Angeles,
That is
right?
correct. That is
Yeah.
correct.
And this will be what, about the fifth they've had in Los Angeles?
Fifth? I think fifth or no, I think maybe sixth.
Sixth,
yeah.
okay. And then the others have been in Houston, right?
Houston,
And Dallas?
and Minneapolis. So.
Have you ever done any in Panama, or because we got a team here from Panama?
I don't think so. They did had it event, but I'm not sure.
But the
they-
North American
they
teams didn't
hosted
go.
the event over there, I believe. Yes,
Yeah.
they did.
Yeah,
Very active over there.
right. The batsman adjusting his gear here.
Good gathering up there. Little meeting there. Huh?
Oh, we've got probably a change in wicket keepers here.
Really?
By the looks of things on the field. Corpus doing a very good job of keeping the pressure on Los Angeles. Captain's doing a good job in his bowling changes. And he may be bringing in a wicketkeeper. Who knows?
The score is 43 for 3 wickets. Is it 3 wickets or 4?
Yeah. Score needs to move up a little bit.
Score says 43 runs and 3 wickets.
Yeah, that's
9
right.
overs.
That's right.
Okay.
So at that rate, we're not going to get 100 even. So we've got to be careful.
Very good.
So Kunj now on 18 and Ayan on 6. Run rate's down to 4.78. That's not a winning run rate. So they're going to have to step it up a little bit.
All 4 games are going really good.
Mm-hmm. Yes, indeed. Yep.
Beautiful Southern California day.
Yep.
Gorgeous weather.
There's not much wind out there, so the bowlers are having to use the drying surface to get their action. So the batsman talking there in the middle. Another change of bowling. So we've gone to all-out spin attack now. Pressure on the batsman now to strike out against some good spin bowling. It's good to have our film producer here sitting next to us in the booth, coordinating all of the filming from various angles around the ground.
They're doing a great job. Very
Nice shot there. Yeah. Straight to the fielder. It's another single, but trying to scamper for a second one. So Kunj moves on to 19 with that shot, trying his best to hold this innings together. Bhakta is the new bowler, number 11. Adjusting his field, moving somebody square there at leg, bringing in mid-wicket, got extra cover, and a wide mid-off there, so it's for the left-handed batsman.
Very good.
Played and missed.
Very good ball.
What a deep mid-on here on the boundary as well, mid-off rather. So interesting setup for this spin bowler. He's looking for a catch. He's actually throwing the ball straight to extra cover there. He's actually wrist spinning.
Wrist spinning?
Yeah.
That's a technique.
Yeah, yeah. So single there to the mid-on by the left-hander. Field has to adjust to the right-handed, the left-handed batsman.
Looks like mid-on side, the boundary looks a little further than the other area. This field.
Yeah, they're slightly shorter on the left-hand side. Swing and a miss. They still get a single for it. I think he'll signal a bye on that one. I don't think he hit it, but he must have done. No bye signal. Again, the umpires have to switch over. So having a right and a left-handed batsman makes it a little bit awkward for the captain. Puts a little pressure on the fielding side, especially toward the end of the game when the field is getting tired.
Halfway to the game.
All part of the strategy. Okay, 46 for 3 now. Big cry for out there. Nothing doing, says the umpire. So Kunj has now moved on to 20 out of a total score of 46. And 6 of those are extras, so he's got half the score. And I and Desai 7, so they're trying to make a partnership out of this one. Run rate still at 4.78, and it's a spin attack being used against Los Angeles at the moment. Just 2 runs off the over. Crowd says beginning to expand, as Naresh says here. So just 2 overs, 2 runs off that over for Viken.
So 46 for 3.
Into our 11th over now. Beats the batsman. Beats his bat. Bounces off the wicketkeeper, who appeals loudly. And this strange delivery. Stride. Slams it down, digs that one out, dribbles down there on the offside. Dribbles the third man, and they get a single. Score moves on to 47 for 3. With a score rate of 4.60.
You want another one?
Facebook Live covering you and the rest of the people. So
Good.
those who are interested to watch this game, they will be more than happy to watch on Facebook. So
And round the wicket now. Play and a miss, and is that a stumping? Got him, yes. The batsman is annoyed at himself for that. And that was another devastating blow, frankly, for Los Angeles, because after a good partnership building there, they've lost their batsman, and that was a very quick piece of wicket keeping, and really set up by the spin bowler who was beating the batsman 2 in a row there. So we're now at 43 for 4, and that was Amit Bhakta getting that wicket. Outgoing batsman is Kunj, which is he had a very good innings. Now we're at 46 for 4 now. Good to see you. So we're a little devastated here in seeing Los Angeles on the back foot at the moment, but we might get an exciting partnership coming up. Yeah. So good piece of stumping there by the wicket keeper. Nicely set up by the bowler. So Desai gets that wicket. Sorry, Amit Bhakta. Yeah, in the 10th over. So Kunj still there with 21. New batsman Tajash Bhakta. Kunj still trying to hold this innings together. Amit into bowl again. Breaking in from off. Getting some movement off this wicket. Flag's now blowing in the wind, so we got the bowlers getting some wind assist at this end. Big cloud of applause here, trying to raise their Los Angeles crowd, trying to raise their team spirits as they try to fight back from 4 down. Keeping as Corpus keep the pressure on the Los Angeles side using a spin attack right now. Forcing the LA batsmen to use their feet. It's not a bad strategy in today's game because a lot of players now are training on bowling machines and they only have a certain trajectory. It's very hard to get a loopy spin ball out of it. And so I think quite a lot of the new players aren't developing the footwork like the old Gavaskars and Tendulkars used to. It was second nature for them learning the game in India. Well, that's not happening in the United States at the moment as much as it should be, and this game is clearly demonstrating that at the moment. Taps that one down to the offside, but nothing doing. So when you lose wickets like that on a regular basis, it kind of changes the psychological mold of the batsman coming in as well. So they have to break through that. That's the psychology of the game, and it's so important to do. Now Kunj, being in the flow there a little bit, can probably help. He's probably talking to his batsman, trying to get him to encourage him to stay there and let him do the batting while he's in the flow. And now Kunj is now facing. Tall, easily over 6 feet, got a good reach, and the one batsman that seems to have managed to do well against the Corpus playing spin attack. So score now 53 for 4. Run rate of 4.82, so projected for just less than 100 at this rate. So Kunj pushes that one out and gets another run. Moves on to 22. Last wicket, Amit to Jash. I think, sorry, was off the mark with that ball. Thank you. Oh, I see. loops it up, pushes out to the offside, and quick single there. Good running. Oh, nice shot there on the leg side. Beautiful hit. 4 runs all the way, as soon as it came off the bat. And much needed runs as the score goes on to 50 now in the 10th over, which is moves the scoring rate up to 5 and over, but still need to get more than that if they're going to win this game. But that's the way to do it. The sound noises coming from the crowd. They've got these horns that they use quite a bit. Reminds a little bit of the South African crowds in the World Cup in South Africa. Seems to be transferred over to Los Angeles now, which is good. Score now moves on to 53 for 4. Tajish on 6 and Kunj on 21. So that's a good aggressive response to these spin bowlers. Ahmed coming in now. Ahmed Bhakta being pushed out. Ahmed coming in on his 5th ball here, slams it down. Again, that ball is staying very low. It's a wide. Fortunately, it was a wide, but if it had been on the wicket, that would have gone under the bat. Because he wasn't playing a straight bat, he was actually cross-batted on that shot. Again, not moving the feet. Got to move these feet if you're playing spin bowls. Coming down again, slams it down, and that way he pushes that out. That's good. Another single, well run. They have to take every opportunity, give them the pressure to get some runs on the board. And so Tajesh just pushed that 1 run, and we can, prior to that, got to hit the 4. So quite a duel going on here between bat and bowler. He picks that one up and it's going all of the ways. That's going to be the first 6 of the game. Excellent shot. Poiked over mid-wicket. Well clear of the boundary. Lovely shot. And Los Angeles are understandably delighted. So that's Kunj again, moving the ball, score on to 27. A stalwart role here as he carries this innings at the moment. So it moves the score on to 62 for 4 with 12 overs done. And that's moved the projected score up to 114. A much needed couple of boundaries there. So good to see you. So back-to-back boundaries there for 10 runs. That was just great. Well, not back-to-back, but within that over. And Kunj now moved on to 33. And Tajesh Bhakta on 8. So VK back to so far 2 overs, 18 runs for no wicket. So that's pretty expensive. Couple of overs there, much to Los Angeles' benefit. Nice straight drive there. Bounces off the bowler for a scampered single. Score moved on to 68 for 4. Run rate now moved up to 5.67. So Los Angeles showing some fight here, which is where the character in cricket comes in. Again, and flicks that onto the onside. Picks that up on the volley. Another single. So Kunj and Tajesh beginning to build a partnership here, which is much needed. Another single. Oh, they're going to get it. They decide against the second. Good hit though. And again, nice flick out. So now we're getting some fluent batting going here with regular runs, and the batsman beginning to show a little more confidence here. So Tajesh on to 9, Tajesh Bhakta, and Kunj on 34, and things looking a little bit better now. So the last wicket fell at 29, so we've got a nice partnership of almost 30 runs here. Nice flick off his legs there for a beautiful shot. That's a lovely sweep shot. That's the way to play spin bowling. Excellent shot. 4 all the way. And Kunj's got to be Kunj the way that was played. Just a lovely shot. Score 68 for 4 now. Corpus having a little bit of a discussion there out there in the middle. Probably discussing how to stop the flow of runs. It's just been, or the flurry of runs that's just been happening. So the score's moved on to 76 for 4 after that flurry, with Dhruv Bhakta bowling, and just finished his over. And he's bowled 3 overs, 1 for 13. Sorry, 1 maiden, 13 runs. But the run rate's now moved on to 5.95. And Los Angeles doing exactly what they need to do if they want to stay in this game. So Kunj taking the team on his shoulders at the moment. So number 7 back in. Speaking, if I believe, if I can remember. 76 for 4. Comes in the medium pacer. This one's hoiked. Is it catchable? Drops just in front of the deep mid-on. The mid-off. Good running there. Nice to see the bat sliding. This is what we try to coach the young kids all the time. And good demonstration of how to stay in the game. Just a single for a nice hard hit. Medium pace, slams it down again and miss. Playing a miss there. Bounces off the wicketkeeper's pads. The score moves on to 78 for 4 now. So medium pacer back on, probably a spin bowler at the other end, just trying to create some doubt there. pushed out on the offside. They've run very well between the wickets, those two. They've got a good understanding by looks of it. And so Danush, the bowler, and Kunj got 2 runs off the over so far. Playing an excellent innings. Danush coming in, slams it down, slightly short. They dig it out, almost catchable. Again, good singles, quick appeal there for a run out. But again, because of the proper running between the wickets and using the bat to stretch out, he survives. There have been quite a few run outs in this series of games, and the throwing is very good and fast in most cases. So a lot of these players have been playing regular cricket and in pretty good shape. In comes the water. That's always a good sign. A little signal coming from the captain. Probably I'll ask them to speed up, but they've got 6 overs left. And but I don't think Kunj needs to be told what to do at the moment. So Los Angeles 80 for 4, digging out of that golden duck first ball of the match. So it's a good effort here. Good fight back. So Tejesh Bhakta on 15 and Kunj Baguette on 38. Play and a miss there, but his foot is well grounded. Dot ball. Projected score has moved up to 118 now. Beats the batsman there outside the off stump. Getting some pace, getting some movement. Good over there. And score now is 80 for 4. Danush beating Tejesh on Kunj on that last ball. So now on to the 14th over, 6 to go after this, with the score at 80 for 4. Projected score of about 118. So a good tight game of cricket developing here. Captain changing the field setting a little bit, pushing his power players off. They can go deeper in the field now, and he's pushing his guys out to the boundary as these batsmen take control. So that shows Los Angeles / Hollywood almost, because a lot of the players are from Hollywood. Now captain going more into defensive field setting. 2 guys just inside the 30-foot markers. But then we got 4 on the 4 on the outfield. Nobody stopped the quick single, so I would expect actually a lot of just dabbing down on quick singles. These 2 can run very well between the wickets. I'm surprised actually there's nobody up close. Coming in now. Nice little whack there over to deep extra cover. Comes in, and they got 2 off that. So these 2 are going to run these runs and put the fielders to work. So good couple of runs there. They know they've got to get the runs. And as a batsman, I just see great opportunity just close around the wicket for a few runs. Comes down on, hoiks him over the bowlers for a long on there to pick up. Another single. When coaching youth, we often find they don't run when the throw is being thrown in, and I think there always a run on a a throw-in, and they just demonstrated it there. So we got run off that, 2 runs off the over so far, and another hard hit straight to the fielder there on the boundary. So the field settings by the captain paid off. That defensive field, he actually set that up. So that important wicket drop there, I think that's Kunj, and he's played an excellent innings. Would have been nice to see him get a 50. It wasn't far off, and he knew he had to get the runs. So, but he probably didn't spot the fielder there because it was hidden under the tree. Yes, that was the end of a very important partnership. I think Kunj on, bowled Danush, bowled Mahir Bhakta at 30 and caught on the boundary by Danush for 38 runs. So that's the
Very good score.
top score for the Los Angeles. That's a big wicket for Corpus, especially with 5 wickets to go. 5 overs to go. So now the score moves on to 83 for 5 with the 114 run rate required. So again, good captaincy, reset the field, and Kunj, as he was hitting out, caught on the boundary, which was where he was hitting the ball. So good thinking there on the part of the Corpus captain. So good game of cricket and score. The run rate still at 114 at 20 overs. So another single. And now that Kunj is in, they've brought a couple of fielders closer in now, but still plenty of room for quick scampered singles, which I would could easily be part of the batting strategy at this point. Slams that one down, goes off the feet of the bowler for another single. Couldn't quite get his hands on it. So Sahaj Patel, the new incoming batsman, and Tejesh Bhakta on 18 now, after a good partnership there with Kunj. 83 for 5. Mahir back to bowling. So now the pressure on Tejesh to carry this innings, and he hits that one off the offside here for a couple. Oh, they're going to be a run out? No, he got lucky, got back in time. A little bit of a misunderstanding there between the batsmen. Perhaps I should end up talking about it. Make sure it doesn't happen. I was just reading one of Rajendra Guha's books. He's a great Indian historian on cricket and written a book on Gandhi as well. He's from the Gujarat, just like the Bhaktas, and I guess Mohammed Gandhi was as well from Gujarat. But the point that he was making was that Tendulkar could outrun his partners running up and down the wickets, and that can be a major problem for cricket, even at the top level. You have to calibrate your running, and if you haven't played a lot together, it's easy to overrun your partner, and that's where we've seen most of the run-outs actually in this tournament. They get to live another day, and in comes the medium pacer.
Okay, photo first. Okay.
Mahir back to
Okay, photo first. Like this? Or standing? Yeah, like this.
slams that ball down. All the batsman almost was bowled on that.
Okay. Ball one reader. Down.
So Mahir Bhakta has 4 runs, 1 wicket. Fenner 8 runs, 12 for 1. full use of bowlers in this game so far. So Mahir back to then 6 off the over and a wicket. So off the first over it was 4 runs, second over 12, third over that was moved up to 12, and then 17. The best, we 7th over we had about 8 runs. That was an expensive over. Nice straight shot, straight to, just drops in front of the running infielder, and another single. So Danush Bhakta into to bowl, and just a single there. So we're now the 16th over, 87 for 5. 87 for 5. So Danush coming in now. Medium pacer, slams it down short. Swatted down to mid-wicket there for another single. And the single strategy seems to be being employed at the moment. So 3 singles in a row there off 4 balls. Score moves on to 89-5. Oh, this one's hit hard. Is it catchable? Yes, it's taken. Beautiful catch on the run. And that's what happens when you don't do the quick singles. So we ended up right there with a good catch just off the boundary. And outgoing batsman. Let's have a so Danush to Sanoch, 1 run. We're at 85 for 6 now. We just lost another wicket. Yeah, so we've got about 4 overs to go.
Oh, okay. 16
Yeah,
overs.
yeah, yeah.
6 wickets.
Yeah.
So you had to
So yeah.
how many wickets did you have?
Actually, sorry, 89 for 6. 89 for 6. Yeah. 3 runs and a wicket after Danush's over. One ball to go, and then we'll be on to 17th over.
Who's going in now, youngster scorer? Who's the batsman going in?
I've just got Mark Aziz joined me in the booth here. He's been running this tournament along with Pradeep Patel. Done an incredible job coordinating all the facilities here, 4 grounds, and the Corpus here now. I think pretty much in control of the scoring. They've got the 2 major batsmen, so that's a good. They've done a good job of applying the pressure throughout. Oh, Danush, sorry, picked that one up. That was 2 wickets in that over, so it's a devastating piece of bowling by Danush. Actually, much deserved because he hadn't got wickets earlier, So now the score at 90 for 7. 90 for 7.
That's one going now is
Pratik,
Pratik.
incoming batsman. The score at 90 for 7 with 4 overs to go. Run rate of 5.62.
Yesterday the same team scored 207 runs. Seems to be a collapse.
So Marque was just telling me yesterday that Los Angeles had over 200 runs, and in fact they got their opposition out for about 70. So Corpus has done an amazing job here of scaling them back. Yeah. Yeah. I think the captaincy by Corpus has been a large part of this. What do you think there, Mark?
Yes, it is, but he was smart in letting he won the toss and Los Angeles bat because the wicket was wet, a little damp. So he brought on his spinners, and that what really took care of LA because the spinners controlled the bowling, controlled the run rate. The batsmen couldn't really flourish that much, but now it's drying out a little bit. We hope they do something.
Well, I saw that a lot of the LA batsmen weren't moving their feet all that well to the spinners, and that one does. He lifts that one just over the inside circle of fielders for 4 runs. Brings it on to 94, and that was Sahat who hit that. Nice little mid-wicket shot there.
Played for the under-19 a few years back.
Was he? He's out of the Southern California.
He played for US under-19.
US under-19.
4 or 5 years back. So
he's got some games under his belt at the top level. Oh, that ball just stopped, and he did well not to put his bat on it actually, because that was a tricky one.
Slowed down and then bunched up.
Yep. Good decision there by the batsman. So Sahat is a former under-19 US player that you're seeing in action right now. Again, he goes back.
To cut it and missed it.
Yep. His timing is a little off at the moment. He's very tall, isn't he? He's probably about, what, 6'3"? 6'5", yeah. Very tall cricketer. Again, flicks ahead of the ball there. Very he had no idea where that went. He was trying to flick it to leg, but it went through the slip for a single. So
it's kind of warming up on the field.
Yeah.
The sun is coming out in full glory now. Seems we've been having a great day today now.
So 16.4 balls. 1 run there for Sahaj. Scored 95 for 7. Projected run rate still 114. Oh, he's very lucky to survive that one. That one moved off the wicket. So the end of the over, 95 for 7.
17 overs.
So that's 17 overs done. So Jay Bharat, also one of the supporters of the game, Choice Hotels, Sri Ram Kabir, of course SECA, and all for lodging.com. All of these great supporters of the Bhakta tournament. So Amit coming in to bowl the 17th. Other spin bowler. So Amit actually is now bowling the 18th over, a score of 95 for 7. 95 for 7.
It seems to be an off break, came right up to the batsman, could not play.
Gets behind that beautifully, pushes it through mid wicket for a single. We're going for a second now. Good throw. Good cricket all round. Good throw, nice sharp stuff, good singles. Oh, swing and a miss there. He moves away from that ball, which needs to get behind it. But Sahaj, he knows how to bat. He's got long reach, so let's see how he adjusts to Amit's bowling here. Amit Bhakta. Got an interesting coil-up action. Finger and wrist spinner. So Sahaj, giving Sahaj some difficulty. Score 97 for 7. The Sahaj, former under-19 US player, facing right now Amit. Oh, he missed that one altogether. That one stayed low. Getting a lot of variable pitch here.
It seems to be damp. Playing.
Yep, I've heard a lot of the players. Yeah.
It's not coming onto the bat.
Yeah.
That's when they're having a hard time to adjust to it. The balls are staying low for the spinners.
Question is, will it be the same for the Corpus?
For the fielding team, yeah, it may be the same, but it may not. Depends on how it dries out.
And of course, it depends on the skill of the players too.
That also.
But the ball definitely is staying low, and that does force you to play straighter. Nice little shot there, pushed out there to mid wicket for a single. Score moves on to 98 for 7. So Sahaj there having a hard time getting that ball away, but finally does so. 3 off that over, so that's actually a very good piece of bowling by Amit, keeping the runs down to 3 and an average scoring rate of 5. So coming on to the 19th over now, penultimate over.
Bowler number 1 is coming back on.
So Mahir Bhakta, it'll be bowling number 1.
Mahir is coming back on.
Mahir was the bowler that got the wicket in the first ball, and now back on to try and close out the innings. He did a couple of overs and then the captain saved him for this moment. So again, very smart captaincy by Corpus. Just 3 off that last over. 19th over coming up. Score is 98 for 7. So we'll be lucky to just get over 100 at this rate. Tall 6'5" Sahaj facing Mahir, and then strikes him straight over. Just going to be a single though. They run back quickly. Sahaj's reach probably helped him in that instance. I'm sure he wants to keep the strike if he can, but he didn't on that occasion.
Number 1 goal is a medium pacer, so that brought the ball back onto the bat.
And that's the way he likes it, obviously.
Yeah. It's a little quicker than the previous over.
This run there.
He was able to throw his shoulders into it.
The horns from the crowd, showing a little flourish at the end of the Los Angeles innings. Mahir in again. This one is hit high, it's catchable. Is it going to be caught? Catching has been very good by Corpus. Yes, it's out. So it's out.
Drop.
Oh, did he drop?
Yes,
There's a drop. Okay.
Just
That's the
couldn't get
first, yeah, the first drop really of this innings. Corpus has been feeling well, and that was a good effort. He
couldn't
covered
get
a lot
to
of
it
ground.
on time.
Yeah,
Give the batsman a second life.
Yeah, so-
do something about it.
give Sahaj a second life is
Oh, it's the other batsman.
risky beast process, but slams that one down shorter, and there's going to be buys here.
Signal a bye, fire signal a bye.
$99 for 7. 4 balls to go in the over. Nice little flick there, almost a scoop. Are we going for overthrows? Yes. Much needed at this time. So 100 runs up now, 101 for
What would
7.
have been a single, then turned into be 2.
Yes. So
Into an overthrow.
it's very hard to throw as you're diving. It's almost like a rugby move there. So we've got 3 off this over of Mahir so far. As the Los Angeles team are looking for runs. This penultimate over. And he comes again, slams that one down short, and that one's caught, stopped there in midfield, and they just get a single. I think he's trying to get bounces, Mark. What do you think?
He's trying to bring it up to the batsman.
And it's not bouncing, is it?
It's bouncing slightly.
Yeah.
There's a little bounce in it right now because he's using his shoulder and bringing his arms down.
Now you're an umpire, so if
Yeah.
that goes over the shoulders, is that a no ball?
He's using, no.
No,
using
he's
his
allowed
shoulder.
one, isn't he, right?
He's a
Yeah.
legal ball.
Yeah.
But what I'm saying is, the bowler is using his shoulders to bring it down onto the batsman.
Here we go. Suhej coming in to face this one, and he picks that one up on the full volley. Again, it'll just be probably a single. They're going to go for 2.
Over 2.
Yeah,
That's
good
what
running.
they make it, yeah.
They're running very well between the wickets.
Smart running between the batsmen. They're running very quickly between the innings. The batsmen are picking up some quick singles. That seems to be the over.
So 1 over to go now at 103, actually 105 for 7.
Who's going to put up the score? What's the score right now? 106 for 19 overs. And the score is at 106 for 19 overs at this time, Dave.
Yeah, I got that.
You got the last over coming up. They were hoping to reach at least 130.
Yeah, it's not a winning score.
Well, it's a fighting score. Let's say.
Yeah.
They have
But depends on how the bowling goes. But yeah, Sahaj's trying to make a game of it, right?
Yes.
He's a fighter. Okay, score 106 for 7. So they've got wickets in hand. Projected 5 runs off this over. We'll see what happens. Yeah, Sahaj 15 runs on this partnership. Okay. What about Kunj? He got 38 today. How did he do yesterday?
Yesterday he made 60.
Yeah, Kunj made 6. And okay, yesterday that's amazing. So really,
That's a wide.
we just got a little extra here. The wide there signaled by the umpire.
Made 60 third ball.
Nice little push out there, the offside for a single. So the tail end doing a good job here of scoring some runs. Sahaj still on 15 facings. Missed that wide call. So you'd say the two major batsmen in this team, Mark, are Kunj and Sahaj?
No, Kunj and Monty. Monty made a 40 yesterday.
Yeah.
Kunj.
Are they both Hollywood players?
Yeah, they're both. In fact, the A team mostly 90% are from Hollywood players.
90%. That's what I figured.
They're all
Yeah.
Hollywood players.
Yeah. And they're Hollywood first, right?
Yeah, Hollywood
Yeah.
first division.
Yeah.
And right now there seems to be some controversial issue on the ground concerning the stumping, and the umpire said not out, and the team is making a problem out of it.
Yeah, you'd see it's a bit pointless at this time. I mean, there's only 2 balls to go, and it's not going to make all that much difference. I mean, they probably. I mean, Sahaj is capable of hitting a 6,
Yeah,
but
very easily, and also this is a do or die game for either one of the teams.
yeah, right. So there's a lot of stake here. Now, is there a money prize in this tournament, or is it just
No, there's
played
no
for
money-
pride?
no, There's
Yeah.
no money prize. This tournament consists of a group of people that lives in the United States called the Bhaktas.
Yeah.
They seems to somehow live throughout the whole of the United States, and they get together once a year and play in Houston, Corpus Christi, and in Los Angeles.
So this is a Texas team then out of Corpus.
Yeah, you got Corpus Christi, you got Texas here playing
Yeah.
right now. And next year I think it'll go to Houston, and then the following year it'll go to Corpus, and then it comes back to LA.
And this started here in about 2000, according to Pradeep, right?
Yeah, it started quite a way back, yes. And you know, it's always about 24 to 25 teams that show up to play these games.
Right.
And wherever they go to, whichever state they go, it's a lot of revenue for that state, because you have to think about the hotels, think
Right.
about the rental cars.
But they don't use their own hotels?
They may own, but they still have to pay for rental.
Okay.
And, some of the teams still have to rent spaces, rent rooms to stay in.
Right.
you
So
know.
what do you think we got going on here now? You're an umpire. What,
Yeah,
what do you think's
what it
happening?
is the umpire seems to have it under control. They're hashing out between themselves, and I don't think this should go any further than this. 2 balls left to go, so the umpires will calm the situation down, and it'll move on in a minute.
I noticed yesterday that people got very upset for people being moved around teams for whatever, for no
Yeah,
good
you know,
reason, and
like I said from yesterday, some of the semifinals played yesterday, and these guys they had the little ego involved with it.
Right.
Because from some states there are 2 or 3 teams competing from the same states, I guess, and they want to win.
yeah.
And you don't blame any team who wants to win.
So it's pride of winning, even
Yeah,
though there's no money
the
involved.
basic thing is what it is. There's no money involved.
Yeah. Yeah.
But it's the pride that comes along with it, like you said. And these guys would like to win to take back a trophy.
Right.
They went to Los Angeles, which is a big city, one of the biggest cities in America.
Mm-hmm.
And to come to Los Angeles and play, we have the premium grounds. And if I'm going to mention, Dave, I don't know if you will know it, but ICC Women third
due here?
division, we played here in September.
Yeah. No, that's another big event.
Yes.
I was just saying earlier that we've had almost 15 games back to back on these pitches. I mean,
in
it's
fact, we have about 4 tournaments
yeah.
in the last month.
no, it's been amazing, and Pradeep's doing a heck of a job bringing all this stuff, all this cricket.
Yeah, so
To the ground.
Right now, like I said, in September, why are they walking off the ground when there's 2 balls to go? There's something seems to be going on, like they're walking off the field. I don't know if they.
And now, if they do walk off the field, is that the end of the game?
I have to.
For no good reason?
We'll have to hear what the umpires have to say about the decision here.
Now I mean, so long as they stay in the ground, the game
Yeah, the
continues.
game is still
If they
continuing.
cross the boundary,
Then that's
th-
it.
th- then
They forfeit the game.
they forfeit the game.
They forfeit the
So
game.
why would you try to forfeit the game when you're ahead
Well, when you're 2 balls,
with 2 balls to go? I mean, essentially you are, because they've cut down Los Angeles to 50% of what they got yesterday in their game, right? And so they've already done a good job. So why would you
I don't
fight
know.
over 2 balls to go? I don't understand
I
that.
don't understand it too, Dave, but
Yeah.
I would have to find out from the umpires what really went on.
Yeah.
And like you said, it's they're cutting down to 50% of what the runs they scored yesterday. But at the same time, cricket is a very funny kind
Yeah.
of game.
Oh yeah.
They can come
Well-
in, the batting team can come out to field and could probably hold them down to less than that or the same amount of runs.
Well, it's all about temperament, isn't it? And really, we're seeing temperament not at its best at the moment. But
Well,
I mean,
it
be
seems to
interesting to see what's caused that, and why are all the Hollywood, I'm sorry,
Guys are out
Bhakta
there.
players, why are they out there?
Well,
This-
I noticed the management is out there right now. And
Right.
He's probably trying to solve the issue.
But I've noticed this with the cricket in the last 3 tournaments, that there's always been some point when the juniors were playing, they had one person that was brought in from another team, and they let him play, and then at the crucial time they call foul and then try to claim the game. So there's a lot of cricket being played off the field strategically.
A lot
And
of underhand stuff is going on. But,
Yeah.
you know, these guys are playing for pride right now.
right,
There's no particular money involved. We did have a money tournament, LA Open,
yeah,
that also had the same issue
right,
in the final game.
yeah,
And if I recall, and if I remember correctly, that the team that had the error against them, the problem against them, said they had spoken to one of the
Correct.
important people in the
correct,
on the board.
yeah. And it had been approved
Yeah,
and all that. And
but this is a situation where you have to be approved by the board, not just one person.
right, right.
And
So,
by
so it's a
doing-
board
doing
decision.
that, it's part of controversial issue.
Now, what's your guess? What's happening here right now? What do you think?
It seems
A
that
stumping?
they're- Yeah, it
Started
seems
with
to
the
be,
stumping.
Yes, yeah. I think they're appealing for a stumping or around whatever what it is, and they figured it's the last 2 balls to go. I don't understand why
Yeah.
they have to make it now. They're all off the ground, so which means that inning is forfeited. And see what's going on. I don't know.
This would be a shame at
Yes.
this stage in the tournament to have that happen.
And if they walked off and they forfeit the game, it means that LA has taken
Yeah.
that chance of moving on to the finals.
It's a real turnaround for the books. I mean, with 2 balls to go, we have this display of temperament, frankly, after they've done an incredible job, Corpus, of keeping the runs down.
Yeah, they did a great job. They did to control a team that put on 200 runs yesterday,
Yeah,
and bowled the other team out for like 70 or 80 runs.
exactly. Yeah.
So you know, it's like I say, cricket is a very funny game. Like you know, the old saying is, "It's not over till the fat lady sings."
Yeah, well, that's baseball too, right?
It goes for every sport or anything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you
So-
start singing, Mark. You
When I start
get your
singing,
karaoke
it'll be
machine
done.
out.
It'll be done. Well, it seems now the batsmen are walking off.
Yeah.
And the Los Angeles team, A team, is walking off now after they
Could
didn't
you-
leave the ground.
Could you do me a favor and find out what's going on?
Yeah, I will find out as soon as I get the umpire over here.
Can we,
The umpires are still out in the middle of the field. I
So
don't know what's happening.
as coordinator of umpires, you're not
Yeah,
going to
yes,
go out there.
I don't want to walk in. It looks like they're standing out there in the field. I don't know what's going on.
Yeah, and this is just over 2 balls. This is amazing. Yeah. So as you heard, the controversy is still being resolved, and they are just deciding what's going to happen right now, and it'd be interesting to see what caused it. My guess, and Mark's also, is that there was a stumping that wasn't given by one of the umpires, but with 2 balls to go in the innings, one wonders why there's so much upset caused, especially as Corpus were doing a marvelous job of keeping the runs down, keeping this Los Angeles side to 100 runs after they got 200 against Pan Am yesterday. So we will finally have a ruling. The umpires are still out there, which means that the game's ongoing. The batsmen are still in the middle.
Who is playing? Oh, Tomé, playback. कौन करता है? Oh, it's him.
Here comes Mark back in the booth.
Yeah, I found out what happened was is that on that ball the batsman was stumped, but it was a wide ball and he was stumped on the wide ball. And I think the square leg umpire was a little lax. He was looking mostly at the wide call. He should be looking at the stumping instead of the wide, and missed maybe the stumping. And he said it was a dead ball, but it was clearly a stumping, and the opposing team was upset about that. And they were arguing about it. Decision was finally made that the batsman was stumped, so he had left the field, and the game will continue on with the 2 last balls to go.
With a new batsman
Yes.
coming in.
Batsman coming in.
And so that makes the score then 100 for 8.
Yes.
Yeah.
So that's 92 complete as I understand, right?
I think it's 2 balls, yeah.
2 balls to go.
Only 2 balls.
Just 2 balls to go.
In the
Yeah.
game.
Yeah.
Oh, you playing the play. Oh, Tanya doing that.
So just to verify then.
Yeah,
So that was a stumping and a wide at the same time. The score actually is 109 for 8 now. 109. And just 2 balls to go to finish the innings. So the projected rate up to this point had been 114. So that
I'm now back in line.
So, with 2 balls to go, score 109 for 8. The stumped batsman. We've been updated here. I do like this Cricket Club's scoring system. So Milan Bhakta is the new batsman, and Sahaj was the out batsman. So no wonder they wanted him out. He'd scored 15 runs and he was a big hard hitter. So play will resume shortly. I guess Corpus have taken a bit of a break and will be on the field. Fortunately, time is not an issue because we don't have the 3 games on each pitch a day that's been going on for the last 3 days. So all 4 pitches here at Woodley were in action from 8 o'clock in the morning till 8 o'clock at night actually. So there were 3 days there where 36 games were played, or 12, on all the fields, and so by the time this tournament's over, the 40 games will have been played, officiated, people fed. So it's quite a complex task to the infrastructure. And I was speaking to Naresh earlier, and he was saying that a lot of the ladies in the Bhakta community cook the food. It took them 4 or 5 days. They fed lots of people, at least 1,000 a day, probably twice that actually. It'd be interesting to keep an attendance on the Bhakta tournament, but it's certainly one of the most popular, and it's grown in strength from year to year. So now 23 years on, probably 4 years wasn't played during COVID. These parks actually had a real tough time during COVID because a lot of homeless came here and actually thought the land was theirs. And of course, when the cricketers came back, there was a bit of friction because it upset their comfort zone, so to speak. And a lot of other sports were trying to get these fields during COVID. So to have these sort of tournaments is really helpful in establishing turf and credibility, frankly, as a major sport that's really helped build Los Angeles. I mean, cricket was being played in Los Angeles as early as 1888 down in Exposition Park. Riverside was a place where they played quite a bit during in the orange groves. A lot of Victorian houses were in that area, and that was kind of rural cricket. And then Collis Huntington built an electric railroad that helped cricket a lot. And even in the 1900s, before the First World War, the teams were playing as far afield as San Diego, San Francisco. Seattle had teams as well. So West Coast cricket is no new thing. It's been here a very long time. And the field that the people that Corpus and LA are playing on right now is the Ernest Wright field. And Ernest Wright was founded the Venice Cricket Club back in the 1920s. and kept cricket going through the 20s until Aubrey Smith got here to help him out. And at that time, the Hollywood Cricket Club was founded, and the Parks Commissioners gave the Hollywood ground in Griffith Park, which was played on until 1975, and then from 1975 they came over here to this Sepulveda drainage basin, which is actually owned by the Army Corps of Engineers, and they don't want any buildings on it because it's supposed to be an overflow channel for the LA River during the rainy season. But as I'm speaking, the Corpus Christi players are still not back on the field, and so it looks like there's quite some debate going as to whether they're going to come back or not. I mean, the batsman was given out, so there's no reason that they would stay out. I mean, they got what they wanted in terms of a cricket decision. So rather unfortunate turn of events, and I could understand it if there was, you know, a big purse involved. I was in Colombia broadcasting a Sikh tournament, and you know, the 100,000 prize money, and on the last day, the prize of $100,000 went wanting because the torrential downpour, and there was a lot of expensive equipment that was being here we go again. Oh yeah, there's the crowd deciding what they want to do in terms of coming back with just 2 balls in their innings left to bowl. Taj is now back in, and the score is now at 112 with 4 balls to go. And it'll be good to remember this point, because when we see if there are any runs scored in the next 4 balls, whether that makes a difference in the winning margin at the end of the game once Corpus have played. But having said that, Corpus have kept Los Angeles down to half the score they got against Pan Am yesterday. So they've done an excellent job in keeping the runs down. And these are 2, you know, strongly contending teams that would like to win the tournament. So there's a lot of pride involved. So here we go, ready to bowl. And so the bowling was Vegan Bagat, and there's 3 balls to go. Vikan is a medium pacer, and his captain saved him to close out this innings. So, as we all know, the last innings, the last over of the innings is one that they call it bowling at the death for a good reason, and Vikan has that job with 3 balls to go, because any runs at this point can be the winning margin. A little miss hit there, but there's a single. There's going to be 2. That's 104-14 for 8. Nice hit out there to offside and straight to extra cover for a single. And this is the last ball of this innings. Score now 111 for 8 wickets. 111 for 8.
final game, I think. Scores like,
Final ball pushed out there, back to the bowler. Oh, excuse me, it's they gave an extra ball for the wicket, so they played that ball over. So this should be the last ball of the innings. And he missed it. They're going to run a bye, I think. Run 2 byes. I think it'll be signal bye. Oh, leg byes. 2 leg byes. Oh, and we're still at the wicket. So it's 113 for 8. We've got big excitement behind us as 2 teams just drawing to a conclusion in their innings. A lot of excitement here around the grounds today. Beacon just adjusting his field, putting everybody on the boundary for this last ball. And here comes in, bowls it high pitched up to the batsman, and they got to get a single. And that's going to be 113 for 8. So 115 for 8 at the end of the Los Angeles innings. So now the innings complete. We'll probably take a 5-10 minute break, and then they'll come back on with Corpus batting and Los Angeles fielding. Give it 5 minutes. I think it'll be about 10 minutes.
10 minutes. They start 10 minutes again.
Yes. 115 for 8. Yeah. 115. Yeah. Yeah. Exactly. I just said there was a little excitement around the field. Yeah. Oh, that's right. We'll talk later. Yeah. No, I think you're okay on that. Wait for that. You've got your Indian passport, right? So I'll just check on the visa. So I'll call them tomorrow and see what. It's pretty much just like here.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, they want people to come. So yeah, they're not regarding vaccinations. So I don't think you'll have to share vaccinations.
Did they stop?
This is Los Angeles.
okay? Hit.
Which game is this?
Hit.
This is
Anything
Los
okay?
Angeles versus Corpus. Corpus.
My
Yeah.
camera okay?
So Los Angeles now back into bat and coming to the field with Corpus to bat, and let's see how things go. Captain, they're going to be opening from the Wong end. Gene Wong was president of SCCA for 19 years and was very instrumental in getting the 2 grounds across the other side of the fence for us there. Wong is actually where India played Australia back in 1999, and all those players that were introduced at that time were these were the A teams for Australia and India. VVS Laxman and also Adam Gilchrist was the captain of Australia at that time. Anyway, here we come into bowl. Swing and a miss. So, Los Angeles in the field facing Corpus from Texas. Oh, that was a vicious bouncer. Pitch has obviously dried out a little bit. So Corpus chasing 108.15, Los Angeles for 115 for 8 with a run rate of 5.75. So a 6 run rate would win this game. And opening batsman Amit Bhakta and Wicket Bhakta coming in. Oh, and there's Bolden. And that is third ball of the opening over, and we get the same start that Los Angeles had with a wicket in the first over. That's a strong psychological blow for the Los Angeles side, in their favour, of course. And that was Wicket Bhakta, who was clean bowled there by Aryan. So Corpus 1 for 1. A quick breakthrough there by Los Angeles. So the new batsman. So Aryan Desai is the strike bowler. Really pounding that ball into the pavement quite effectively. So Wicket Bhakta. Oh, we've got another wicket. Boy, oh boy, we've got some excitement here. We're on a hat trick now in the first over. Corpus having a tough time of it in this first over, and Aryan Desai really on fire with his bowling. So Dikesh, so Los Angeles now 2 wickets back to back. So the score now is 1 for 2. 1 for 2, Corpus.
Okay. Scorecard. Okay, so I click on that. Okay, I click on it.
Aryan Desai doing the damage. Nanusha Bhakta, who bowled very well, opening with Beacon Bhakta. Hat-trick ball right here. Just missed. Says a ferocious opening over here by Los Angeles. Aryan Desai creating consternation in the Corpus ranks. Again and pushes that one out.
Yes, I got the overlay.
Tough job here for number 4 batsman, taking the fast bowler in his pomp.
Yeah, match number ID 94.
Trying to calm him down. Last ball of the over. Push out there to cover, and then end of a very effective over there by Desai. So Los Angeles in the driver's seat now with 2 wickets down in the Corpus innings. Executive jets flying overhead on July 4th as we change bowling. Second over for Los Angeles.
ट्राउजर ट्राउजर में ओपन करना पड़ेगा.
So Dinesh, Baka and Vikan Baka trying to face the music here.
So can you send me that? Oh, I see. So can you send? Oh, did you send me that?
Score 1-2.
Now, what do I have to pitch? Either Desai.
Bowler comes and push back down to cover. No run. Dabs down on the onside, no run. Some tidy bowling here by Los Angeles to start this innings. Back to Unity Cup in Los Angeles. It's probably about the 20th back to Unity Cup since 2000. Down that one, he almost played that onto his stumps. Came onto the underside of the bat. Quite often that can end up hitting the stumps. Quick single there, and a good stop there by the wicket keeper. So Corpus, they played Houston and lost in the early rounds. They beat Los Angeles in the early round, and then again now they're beginning to come back here with their first boundary of the game right there. Good hit. So Dinesh now on 4 with that boundary, and Vikan is on 1 as the score moves on to 6 for 2 wickets. Angit Bhagat is the bowler with 1 to go here. So trying to steady the innings, the 2 Corpus Christi batsmen, and get into bowl. And they down on 1 leg, well stopped there at square leg. No run. So at the end of 2 overs, we've got 5 for 2. Sorry, 6 for 2 at the end of 2 overs. Run rate of 6.11 required to win this game. So Bhavik Bhakta was out. Actually is still in. That's right. So Aryan decided to bowl a second over here, 2 wickets in his first over. He's got another one, just overpowering for speed, and he's loving it. He's loving every moment of it. 3 wickets now in 2 overs, and Los Angeles goes crazy, as rightly they should. This devastating bowling patch here. They're just taking the heart out of Corpus Christi. in literally 7 balls. 3 wickets and 7 balls, and Corpus seriously in trouble at the moment until they can get somebody who can handle Desai. Desai, man of the moment, 3 wickets for 1 run. Pretty hard to beat those figures. As an eagle flies overhead, waiting for the next Corpus batsman to come in. One of the things about the grounds here is that it's also a flight path for a lot of the migratory birds, and cricket works well with nature and gives them plenty of room to roam. So there are a lot of raptor pairs in this park, and they help keep the gophers down, which is a major problem in a lot of parks in California. They tend to create holes all over the outfield and be a major problem for fielders. Okay, Corpus Christi now batting again, and here comes Desai and pushed away. Number 21 doing a good job there. Pretty intimidating bowling, and as a batsman coming in to face it down is one of the biggest challenges of psychologically in batting. But Desai has been getting his wickets with just pure speed. Very fast bowler. Here he comes in again, and he's always on a length too. Managed to push that way on the leg side. But this is one of those situations where bat speed is very important. And I remember picking Ian Chappell and Alan Border up from the airport when they were here in 1999, and they were first thing they wanted to do was to go to the net as a batsman coming in to face it down. Improve their batting speed is one of the biggest challenges. Here we go. This is where it's needed. Bumps that one in short. Not quite the bouncer in batting, but enough to give a variable length. But Desai has been. Here comes in again.
So Los Angeles
he's always
definitely
on a
in the driver's seat now with
managed to push that way on the leg side. But this is one of those situations where bat speed is very important.
His pump at the moment.
I remember picking Ian.
Beating the batsman for speed. Real test of bat speed this opening spell. Pushes it on a length. There he goes again. 4th wicket. Wow. We're seeing some incredible bowling. And he is excited. So 4 wickets down, 1 run. He is destroying Corpus. So Aryan Desai, 4 wickets, 1 run, and really laying claim to this game so far. Ably supported by Ankit Baggett. And so now Citrus 7 for 4, 7 for 4 wickets, and just 3 overs. I think this match will go down in back to history as one for the ages in terms of just the fierceness of play that you're seeing right now.
I've never seen a bowler so fast and determined to get the wickets. So Corpus really have to dig deep here to actually come up with a respectable score with 17 overs or 16 overs to go. Here comes Desai roaring in like an express train, and he's going for LBW, and out. That's 5 wickets. He's been given out LBW, 5 wickets, and they're going crazy out there in the middle. My goodness. My goodness, that's 5 to 7. Yeah. 5 to 7 in 2 overs, one of the spectators says. Los Angeles has got their supporters very excited at the moment. This is the most fierce spell of opening bowling I've ever seen, actually, in all honesty. And it's going to take some effort on the part of the Corpus Christi's tail at this point to stop this express train. It's headed toward them on the tracks. Outstanding bowling by Dinesh. This first time I've ever seen him play, and he is definitely a premier fast bowler that the United States should be looking at. And they have a couple of US players on this LA side. So, we are now 7 for 5, almost 1 run a wicket. As Arya and Desai just wreaks havoc in the Corpus side. So, the incoming batsman, it's hard for the scorers to keep pace. I know I've done that gig. Keeping up with all these names and changing rapidly makes it hard on the scorers as well. So Drew back here, Drew back here has 1 run and is top score so far is a 4, and that gentleman's in the pavilion. So Dharmesh Bhakta, incoming batsman, and Aryan has just finished his over, and we come here with Ankit Bhakta. Slower bowler, high action, but it's certainly creates the variation for both batsmen to have to deal with. Good high release. The Corpus batsman pushing away there. Happy to play forward defensive and stop the ball. The previous 5 wickets have got under the bat before it could come down in time. Number 9 coming in again. Back to, and a nice hike there, just very confidence building for 6 runs into the crowd. A much needed 6 on the part of Corpus, and a confidence building shot there. After 2 good forward defensive shots, he leans back on the back foot and hits a 6 straight over long on. I have never seen such a excited team as Los Angeles are right now. Anyway, that moves the score on to 13 for 5. There he goes again. This time to mid-on, but there'll just be 1 run off this. Oh, there are overthrows. Yeah, they get another one. And another. There'll be a third on this one. So they scamper 2 overthrows to add to the score. Much needed. A little bit of a reprieve there for Corpus as they move the score onwards. A useful over here for Corpus as they try to get back into this game, claw their way back into this game. Jitan, the captain, he's really quite a pistol when it comes to shouting out his orders. He's got his crew here, and they obviously respect him. Very intense captaincy here. And pushes out on the offside. No runs. So Dhruv back to now on 10. So tries to bring the Corpus team back into the game here. Ankett's had 8 runs off his overs. 2 bowls to go here in this over. Goes back foot, pushes that away on the offside, and they onside, and they get themselves a run off that. The Corpus batsmen taking advantage when they can to put some runs on the board. So we're up to 14 now. 14 runs for 5 wickets. 16 for 5. A couple of extras. The battle is on. Ayan Desai, here he comes again, Freight Express, and he really forcing those batsmen to rush their shots. So Ayan Desai coming in for his 3rd over here, 2nd ball. Again, slams it down in the pavement, and the batsman just gets his bat on it, but no run. Very hard to score off his Ayan right now. Economy rating of 0.97, and he's already got 5 wickets to his credit. Slams that one down. That one's hooked. Great hook for 4 runs, which is the way to play those short bumper balls. Excellent. This is what's needed if Corpus are to come back into this game, is to you got to meet fire with fire, and that was a good example right there. A lot of players, as they get older, find that hook shot difficult because it's you have to be quick. Get your bat on that. Good effort there by number 26. That was Dhruv. Sorry, that was Damash Bhakta. Pushes that one out on the offside. Pick up a quick single. And Corpus fighting back here as best they can. The score now 22 for 5. They're meaning fire with fire. That's all you can do in this situation. Water won't work. There's not been an over that Ayan hasn't taken a wicket, so this will be the first over without a wicket for Ayan, if that happens. That one just goes down the leg side, and it's going to be 4 runs. Is it going to put 4 leg byes? 4 leg byes. That takes the score on to 27. 27 for 5. Iron quickly back to his mark, keeping his concentration and his cadence. Already 5 wickets to his credit and within 3 overs. Remarkable piece of bowling. It'll be a highlight for him for the rest of his life, this particular over, or these overs. So that's the end of Nimrod's over, and really 3 overs of devastating piece of bowling. They'll probably keep the 4th over for the for the tail end. So I would expect to see a bowling change, even though he's got 5 wickets and three overs. Captain may hold him for to close the tail, as Corpus now move on to 27 for 5. Sorry, 28 for 5. So Dhruv Bhakta on 11 and Dharmesh Bhakta on 8. Aryan 3 overs, 5 wickets, 8 runs. Economy rating of 2.67, so a magnificent piece of bowling. Simple defensive shot there. On the bowling change, and we'll find out who the bowler is shortly. Number 10. This time hits him on the cod piece, and no appeal. It was above the stumps. Play and a miss there. That was close. Again, a very high delivery, and you have to play straight with such bowling. So Kunj Bagal into bowl. Kunj Bagal had a good innings, one of their best batsmen. So he's an all-rounder. Picks up there on the boundary, offside, 1 run. Score moves on to 29 for 5, 5th over. Things are looking a little bit better for Christie. That one, Kunj rolled that up a little bit. Batsman playing well. Drew back to playing sensibly there. Dead ball, says the umpire. So Kunj has been their main batsman for Los Angeles, and he's a very handy bowler. Gets that one from a height. That one's whacked out between mid-wicket. 4 runs. Good hard hit there. Kind of slapped the ball more than drove it. So the score moves on to 30 now for 5. And Dhruv Bhakta on 12 and Dharmesh on 6. So a fight back here by Christie. Corpus. Corpus Christi, Texas. Right there on the Gulf. So over is done. $29 for 5. Chasing 115 with a Score is 33 for 5. Kunj Bagal now, and see who the change is on the other end. Dhruv came with Pratik Patel, new bowler. Also looks pretty fast. Yeah, it definitely is. Beats the bat there. Right outside the off stump. Right arm over the wicket, into the batsman, and batsman plays and misses. Oh, he didn't. He got an edge, and he's out. That's the 6th wicket. So Pratik, just on his second ball, picks up another wicket, and that moves Corpus Christi to 33 for 6, as the crowds around us go wild. Smelling blood here in the waters. At the present rate, I don't see this going the full 20 overs. I think we've probably taken the heart out of the Corpus batting, but we'll soon find out. So, Pratik immediately in the wickets. Really a formidable side, Los Angeles. They've got fast bowling, spin bowling, 2 really good batsmen. Can take any opening attack apart. It's a strong team. So 4 wickets to go and 15 overs left to play. As Corpus now 33 for 6. 33 for 6. Run rate of 6.6 required. 83 runs needed in 13.4 overs, or 82 balls. 4 wickets left. So in comes Pratik for his 3rd ball. Slams that out. Batsman comfortably plays that out to extra cover. Incoming batsman is Bhakta. And Dharmesh there on 10 runs. So Christie seriously needs a good partnership here. Pratik coming in again for his 5th ball. Slams that ball down and straight back to the extra cover there. To covers actually. It's not that deep. Play and a miss again, and Pratik had a good over, very tidy over, took a wicket, and just a couple of runs off that. Good first over. So even though they replaced the bowler with 5 wickets, they still get another one at that end, and the score is now 34 for 6, with Dipan Bhakta off the mark with 1, and Dharmesh Bhakta on 10. Pratik Patel has just finished his over. Will Kang Bugal be on next to bowl at this end? What I would call the Severn end. Behind us is the Severn field, which is named for the Severn family who kept cricket going here for about 50 years, from 1930s on to 1980s, and then did a lot of youth cricket development as well in the early years. So Kung's still bowling from the Severn end. Sahaj here on the boundary. Here's the opening bowler for the US at under 19 level. That one comes into the batsman. He managed to back foot it, push it away from the stumps. The Sahaj, they got a fast bowler that can wipe up a tail at any time. So a lot of reserves here by Los Angeles. That's a swing. Might get a couple of runs there to the leg side. Oh, it's gone for 4. Great boundary, much needed for Corpus. So that moves the score on to 37 for 6. For 6. And that will go to Deepan Bhakta, picks up a boundary, his first. Coming into bowl again, gets that one down. And that's given out. We got out LBW. So now we're down to 7, 39 for 7. Kung picks up a wicket, his first, with an LBW. No hesitation there on the part of the umpire. 30. So I think we're into the tail. Question is, how ruthless will Los Angeles get? Economy rating of 6.0. Pratik at the other 1.0. Los Angeles definitely with their tails up at the moment. So 6.24 needed. Runs per over, 78 runs, but only 3 wickets remaining, and 12.3 overs left. So I could see this game over within the next 3-4 overs. The current level of wicket taking, and there's a lot of bowling to come as well. It's a good, strong young team that essentially Hollywood want to put out. They're very young, aggressive, come up through the youth system here, very fit. And Kung pushes, just pushed away there by the batsman. So Finel Bhakta, the new incoming batsman. Dharmesh still out there with 10. Probably the top score of the day for the Corpus batsman. Punch pushed away there. They're going to run that single. Good piece of running back up, running there by the batsman at the non-striker end. Sort of thing they're going to have to do, put runs on the board. So do we get Praktik back again for a second over? Kunj picks up a wicket. So Corpus now 38 for 7 with 12 overs to go. Fanil Bhakta on 1 and Dharmesh Bhakta on 10. Yeah, it's Praktik to bowl his second over. Right arm over the wicket. Moves off the wicket to the offside, slightly shortish. Pratik coming in for his second ball here. See if he brings this one closer into the batsman this time. No, it's the exact same spot. You could bowl there all day by looks things. 2 dot balls. Not that they're needed right now. A little bit of wind here in the flags on the boundary. This one's again same spot, slightly better length. The batsman getting again beaten for speed, although Bhakta is certainly not as fast as Darvish. Amazing spell of opening bowling there. 4th ball. That one, same spot. He's bowling very consistently, just off a length. Pratik Patel. 39 for 7. Pratik coming in here again. And another dot ball. That's 5 dot balls in a row. All just fairly wide of off stump. Same general location. Nothing on the wicket, nothing on the leg side, just in that gap of uncertainty outside the off stump. Coming in, that one's a higher length, and big shout for LBW. The batsman makes a display of wanting to hit it around the corner, but it didn't happen, but he survives the appeal. And that's the end of a very tidy over by Pratik. There's no runs off the over, so it should be a maiden over. So the score is still 39 for 7. And is Kung going to be taken off, or is he coming back on? No. Yeah, Kung's back on for his 3rd over. Got a wicket last over, so why not? So Haj here is the son of Pratik Patel, who really fired up the youth program here at Woodley, and he's a product of that Southern California youth program. That in comes Kunj, pushed away on the offside, single, comfortable single. Score moves on to 40 for 7. 40 for 7. Pushed on the onside, runs down and thinks better of it. Scampers back to his crease. Pushes that one onto onside again. Great piece of fielding there. As Fenil Bhakta tries to put some runs on the board. So 3 dot balls here. Kunj again, this time bound back foot, tries to push it through. They're going to go for a quick single and misfield there in mid-wicket. And we have an injured player. Player is down. So we will take a little bit of a break here as Damash moves on to Bhakta. Damash Bhakta moves on to 11. And the score now at 41 for 7. As we deal with the injured player mid-wicket. A lot of excitement going on behind us in the semi-final there. Probably catch you up on those results. My mate Winston is commentating on that one. Good Jamaican lilting voice. And so in terms of the bowling, we got Desai. Magnificent spell of opening bowling, taking 5 wickets for 13. Ankit Bhagat taking no wickets for 16, and Kung Bhagat 1 wicket for 12. Praktik Patel picking up a wicket and just 1 run. So we're doing very well.
Commentary, I like that.
Nice to see you. Hi. We got some good golden oldies here, so nice to see you.
Oh, nice to meet you. Been a long time.
When was the last time we played together? Probably about 6 or 7 years. It was on Wright too, I'm sure. Yeah.
But I liked your swimming up in New Zealand when you were swimming, and oh my goodness, that looked like an Olympic champion. He swam for miles out there.
Just that nice cold water wakes you up, you know. But Winston here is from Jamaica. He's been commentating next door.
Yes.
And how's things been going over here?
It's been going good. Thanks for all your input and your knowledge. You helped me out. This is my first time.
You had a good time?
Just like you're the one who introduced me to cricket in Southern California.
Oh, nice.
So I'm saying, so it's like I'm in this league for about 22 years now, and you're the one who got me started. You got me in the social league, and from the social league to here.
So you're
Stephen Taylor.
That's right, Stephen Taylor, Paramount, right?
Oh yeah, Paramount Pictures, yeah.
So now you've gone from location scout to commentator.
Oh, I love it. I love it.
It's
fun though.
Your next job is racketeer. That seems to be where cricket's going nowadays. But
it's
that's good.
Yeah,
that's
it's fun. It's fun, you know.
And how did the game go, Nick? And who won the game?
Southwest.
Southwest won the game.
Yeah.
So they'll be in the finals.
They'll be in the finals.
Are
yeah.
Southwest out of Houston, or are they?
I think they're out of Houston. I think so. Yes.
That was predicted. So Houston versus LA as a potential.
Wow,
final.
really?
So that looks as though it's going to happen. I think it's going to be very hard for Corpus Christi to come back from 7 wickets down with 12 overs.
12, yeah.
So how are you enjoying the?
Oh, great time. We just got back from Scotland.
Oh, nice.
Okay. We played at St Andrews, all the golf clubs.
So
Great
Great
golfing venue, yeah.
But you're a big hotel owner too, right? So you're so part
Not
of your
big, small motel.
I love the model.
Retired from motel life now. The boys took over.
That's perfect.
Okay, nice.
That's a great succession plan.
Yes.
Well, it's been great. This back to tournament, the way the community has supported the whole. Yeah, it gets better and better each year. All right, lovely seeing you. So thanks for coming around. Yeah, and you too. Well, that was nice to have one of the old golden oldies there. Played many games with him in South Africa, and I didn't play with him in South Africa, but New Zealand, as you heard.
Oh, okay,
Yeah, and we had a great time. Great batsman. He would always get 50. Very hard to get out.
Yeah, really.
And learned his cricket in South Africa. Yeah. Indian community out of South Africa.
Yeah.
Pradeep Patel, he's Indian community out of Malawi. We forget this. Diaspora stuff is a big deal.
Yeah.
Okay, the injured person is now up and about, and we're back into playing the game here. The Kunjin is for his 4th ball here, and that's a wide. So the break made him a little bit tight, as sometimes happens. And so Southwest, as Winston has told us, have moved through to the final. And quick single there, scampered by Corpus Christi. Score moves on to 41 for 7 as Kung comes in for his 5th ball. 3rd over. He's getting some backspin on that. That almost went down to 3rd man there. No, actually it's gully, but who's to count it? So that's over for Kung. No wickets on that one. And the total score now 41 for 7. 41 for 7. So Winston, what do you think of the cricket here?
Oh, it's beautiful, man. I'm having what a better way to spend the 4th of July. Look at the camaraderies. Look at the people, the family. wives, children, daughters, the Caribbean community over there, the jerk chicken, the jerk pork. No, not jerk pork, the jerk chicken, curd chicken, and
There's no rum, right? No, you
yeah,
don't have
yeah, there's always.
There's always rum.
You know, we keep it quiet though. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But you know, just the unity of everybody. You know what I'm saying? The reggae music playing in the background, and later on the steel band is coming. You know, so it's
Great.
the day's just starting.
I saw Ray D was there. He's going to be coming down to Compton on the 12th to get his music going on August 12th.
Yeah.
For the start off for that British tour that's going on, you know, out of here. So it's nice to see that community know. I mean, the guys talking around the ground, they really do know each other very well.
Yes. It's
So,
just
as a group.
it's just one love. You know, it's just one, and that's the
One
good
love,
thing
I love
about
that.
cricket.
I saw a lot of shirts with
Yeah.
the Bhakta community wearing their One Love with Bob Marley.
Just one love, man. It's
Yeah.
just awesome, man.
Here we are, back into the
Action.
fray again.
Yeah.
New bowler, and that one's hit onside there for a mid-on to pick up. A little single there. And see who the new bowler is. We have a new bowler. Ball by ball. Another single. So Nishant Patel is the new bowler, and they've hit a couple of runs off him so far, as the score moves on to 45 for 7. So, you know, Corpus trying to make a battle of it. It'd be nice to see them get 50, and I think they'll probably end up with about 70, but I don't see them overtaking Los Angeles at the moment. This is the tail end, and they've got some fast bowlers to. So here's another single though. Good bit of fielding. Sharp fielding, these youngsters. And they are youngsters on this team. That's the one thing I think Los Angeles has, is a very young team actually. I mean, I wouldn't put too many people over 30 on this side. What do you think, Winston?
You're right. They're all youngsters. Yeah. Look at the way they're running and stuff. You know.
Yeah, moving around the field with
Rolling
great
on the
ease.
ground,
Yeah.
yeah.
Certainly not a Golden Oldies production. Yeah. So based on what you've seen, and you're seeing Los Angeles now, what's your prediction for the final?
The final, it's gonna be really, really tight. But you know what? I'm gonna go with Southwest.
With the Southwest?
Yes.
Well, that happened in 2019. I was broadcasting under that
Yeah.
big tree over there, and we went to a super over.
Yeah.
You know, so it was a tie at 20 overs. So it looks as though they're going to be down to the wire again. You're
put
going
my
with the
money on
Southwest.
yes.
Yeah, interesting. So Nishat here on his.
I mean, this team here is a younger team, but still I'm going with Southwest.
Oh, you think the Southwest is slightly older, huh?
Yeah.
So you sharper fielding. You know, just one quick wicket, one run out can make the whole difference in the finals, right?
It's true.
So let's see, we've got. So Fennell now on 8, on 5, and then Dharmash now moved on to 13. So they're really trying to make a fight of it. Nishant on his 4th ball right here. Slams that off just off a length and pushed out on the offside. A couple of runs gone out of this. And a good throw back by looks things. One thing about Los Angeles, they came out of the gate like greyhounds chasing a hare. They had 5 wickets within 2 overs, so it was devastating first spell of bowling. Real highlight reel for Nishant. Okay, that one's just dabbed out, another single on the offside. So that takes us up to 51. So Corpus coming back from, and easy overthrows here. They're going to pick up a couple more. Yeah, they're going for it. I think they ran 4 for that one.
3.
They got 3, okay. 3 very valuable runs for Corpus. And you haven't seen much in the way of overthrows from Los Angeles until this point. So now the score at 50, probably 52 for 7 now, 53 for 7. And Dharmash now on 19. and Fennell on 5. Nisant, one more ball to come in this over, so his last ball. Slightly over pitch, that one's high, and that's a catchable. Caught and bowled. He's got his first wicket of the game, and that moves Corpus now to 53 for 8. 53 for 8, as they 2 wickets to go, and at least 10 overs in which to get the last 2 wickets. So I think Corpus severely on the back foot here. What do you think, Winston?
I think so, definitely. They're definitely on the back foot.
Unless they've got an amazing batsman like Dom.
I don't think it's going to happen.
It's going to be a hard.
From what I see, it's not going to happen.
And also, you got the psychological pressure on you, having lost quick wickets and the team not letting up.
This is the tail end too, so
And
I
the
don't
tail end.
expect much effort.
Yep. And as the cars go by there on the Wong end, checking out the game, it's nice to see, because the old Marta field there, it's very popular with the Latino community, and this time of the year they come out with the carne asada, and it's a real festival down there. A lot of music. We've got the Caribbean community up here. We've got the Bhakta community here.
Amazing.
So LA is an amazing place with the way the communities overlap like that.
It's a place you can ski in the desert.
Yep.
And at the beach.
And Winston, you got some daughters that can run too, right?
Oh yeah. My daughters, they're runners.
Are they in college running or?
No, my eldest didn't do running when she go to college, but my middle daughter, she is very, very talented in the 4, 2, 1, and 8. She made the state this year.
Oh wow.
Yeah, no, not the city this year.
Yeah.
And but next year she's coming back strong.
Oh, that's great.
She's awesome. She's like 16-year-old, 5'11".
Very nice. You're very proud of her.
Yeah, very proud of her. And my little one coming back to run next year.
That's a tall gal.
Yeah.
Kunjin to bowl here. His 4th over. Pushed out there on the offside. Going for the run out?
No.
Umpire's not having it. Yeah, the umpiring has been a tough gig actually, because we had an earlier issue where we had a reversal of an umpire decision, which happens very, very rarely. So we've had our moments of controversy in this game, but it's nice to see it being played out with a great spirit of the game. So Kung now on his 2nd ball of the over.
First left-hand batsman I see all day.
Yep. Yeah, you don't see many slips in these games. They're playing the circle. Nicely length ball, just tip that one. Goes behind. They're going to get a couple. So the tail end wagging a bit, which is good to see.
Yeah. How many overs is this?
We're at about, this would be about the 11th over right now. So Mir Bhakta on 2 and Fennell Bhakta on 6. So the outgoing batsman was the top scorer at 15. Kung Bhagat now. So 11.2 overs gone, and if he pushes that one up and the batsman picked it, is that catchable? Oh, it's dropped. Dropped on the boundary. Dropped on the boundary. Why do you think you knew? Just the way he tackled it?
The way he tackled it, there was no confidence, and he just kind of run flatted,
He wasn't going in.
There was no confidence in his approach.
Okay. So Kung, 3 more balls to bowl. It'll be 12 overs when he's done. Straight back to the bowler. Oh, that is over. Okay. And Bhakat Patel back on, I think. He picked up a wicket. Caught and bowl last. So Mir Bhakta on 2 and Fennell Bhakta on 6. So the outgoing batsman was the top scorer at 15. Kung Bhagat so score now 61 for 8. So 11.2 overs gone. 8 overs to go. Pushes that one up and the batsman picked it. Is that catchable? And, it's dropped. Dropped on the boundary. dropped on the boundary. Why do you think
Kunz
he
has bowled
his,
I think, 4 overs.
Because
The way he tackled it, there was no confidence,
he'll
and
be
he
replaced
just
next.
kind of run flatted, you know, just
he wasn't
there
going
was no
in.
confidence in
And
his
then that
approach.
Okay.
Still, they brought on the fast bowler.
So Kung, 3 more balls to bowl. It'll be 12 overs when he's done.
I can't believe he's
Straight back to the bowler.
Spins. I hope we got the right name.
Oh, that is over. Okay.
Oh, it's Nishant Patel. Not
And
Nishant,
back at Patel, back on, I think.
Nishant obviously
He picked
a
up a
spin
wicket.
bowler.
Caught and bowl last.
So
right
Mir
round of last
Bhakta on
over.
2 and Fennell Bhakta on 6. So the outgoing batsman was
Right
the
arm
top
over.
score at 15.
So
Kumbaga
score now
now
61 for 8.
So 11.2 overs gone. 8 overs hero. Pushes that one up and the batsman picked it. Is that catchable? Oh, it's dropped. Dropped on the boundary.
And that's some of the things we try to
Dropped on the boundary. Why do you think he bowled his new 4 overs?
Because the way he tackled it, there was no confidence, and he just kind of run flatted, you know, just
He wasn't going in.
there was no confidence in his approach.
Okay.
No, they're playing.
They brought on the
Yeah,
fast
we-
So
bowler.
Kung, 3 more balls to bowl. It'll be 12 overs when he's done.
They're actually playing August
Straight back to the bowler.
Spins. I hope we got
You
the
should
right
come
name.
down for that. That'd be-
Oh, that is
Yeah.
over. Okay.
Kids are great.
Oh, it's
I should
Nishant
come over
Patel.
to-
And back at Patel back on, I think.
Nishant obviously
He picked up a
spin
wicket.
bowler. Caught and bowl
So
last
Mir
round of
Bhakta on
last
2 and Fennell Bhakta on 6. So the outgoing
Call for an
batsman
appeal there, but no.
was the
right
top
arm
score
over.
at 15.
Nothing to it.
Kumbaga score now 61 for 8. So 11.2 overs gone. 8 overs hero. Pushes that one up and the batsman picked it. Is that catchable? Oh, it's dropped. Dropped on the boundary.
And that's some of the things we try to
Dropped on the boundary. Why do you think he bowled
They have
his
bowling
new
in
4
hand.
overs?
Because the way he tackled it, there was no confidence, and he just kind of run flatted, you know, just
He wasn't going in.
there was no confidence in his approach.
Okay.
No, they're playing. They brought on the fast bowler.
So Kung, 3 more balls to bowl. It'll be 12 overs when he's done.
They're actually playing
Straight back to the bowler.
I wonder whether the LA comes out and stay.
Oh, that is over. Okay.
Kids are great.
Oh, it's Nishant Patel. And back at Patel back on, I think.
Nishant obviously
He picked up a
spin
wicket.
He had his head up.
So
like,
Mir Bhakta on 2 and Fennell Bhakta on 6. So the outgoing batsman was the top score at 15. Kumbaga score now 61 for 8. So 11.2 overs gone. 8 overs hero. Pushes that one up and the batsman picked it. Is that catchable? Oh, it's dropped. Dropped on the boundary.
And that's some of the things we try to
Dropped on the boundary. Why do you think he bowled his new 4 overs?
Because the way he tackled it, there was no confidence, and he just kind of run flatted, you know, just
He wasn't going
there was
in.
no confidence in his approach.
Okay.
No, they're playing.
They brought on the fast bowler. So Kung, 3 more balls to bowl. It'll be 12 overs when he's done.
They're actually playing
Straight back to the bowler.
I wonder whether the LA comes out and stay.
Oh, that is over. Okay. Oh, it's Nishant Patel. And back at Patel back on, I think. Nishant obviously picked up a wicket.
He had his head
Caught
up.
and bowl. So Mir Bhakta on 2 and Fennell Bhakta on 6. So the outgoing batsman.
Wow.
You can show whatever you want to show.
Oh, okay. That's good to know. Okay.
You tell me
Yeah.
what to click.
Right. Okay.
It will display on the screen.
We can do a. Okay, we can do a feedback. Okay.
I don't understand much of this.
Yeah. Okay. All right. We have a new bowler in. Taken over from Kung, who does his full 4 overs. Going to be right arm over, and a good piece of fielding there. Excellent piece of fielding. Just stops the ball. Obviously likes tidy figures. So Fennell Bhakta now on 7 and Mahir Bhakta on 4. As T-Hash Bhakta comes into ball. Again, struck hard on the offside, goes slightly right of square. And a couple of runs there.
score moves on to 66 for 8. 66 for 8. Tajesh back to the bowler. Four balls to count. 8 to count. 8 overs. Swing and a miss. Oh, he's out. From here, I've got to put my glasses on, but it looked as though it bounced off the. But it's a clean ball. So now that's 68 for 9, and just the last wicket to go. I would think if they make 75, they've done a good job fighting back. That's that devastating first over. Can we have a look at the? Can we have a look at the opening bowling session? See, bowling team. Yeah, let's have a look. Let's have a look at bowler stats. All right, we'll go back to that in a minute. But that's good that we have that. So Tajesh Bhakta picks up a wicket, and everybody's in the money as far as wickets are concerned. So 50 runs needed in 6.3 overs to win the game. And Anand Bhakta coming to the wicket. Mahir Bhakta still there on 4. Score at 66 for 9. Tajesh, two balls to go. Pushes that one down. Oh. Umpire. Pushes that out on the offside. A bit of a misunderstanding there between the batsmen, but he pushes him back, probably because that was the end of the over. And he was probably farming the bowling. Plenty of overs to go, so why not? Little push out there on the offside again, not taking an easy run, so it's obvious that the batsman is wanting to protect the tail ender. And that's the over.
Yep.
So we've got 6 overs to go. Score is at about 66 for 9. Anand Bhakta still on 0, and Mahir on 4. So Nishant Patel, will he come on and do a second? I think we've got a new bowler. Finally we've got. The whole core of this game was that opening bowling session. Oh, this is frustrating. R&D was the bowler. Spells of bowling I've ever seen. And I've been around a while. We're here back to facing Iyer and Desai. So Aryan Desai has already got 5 wickets.
Oh, yeah?
They brought him on now.
Nice.
They saved him for this is his last over, but this would be his 6th wicket if he gets it. Look at the speed, and the batsmen really have a hard time just keeping him out. Look at that.
Oh yeah, I got good speed.
So you're seeing a real premier bowler in his pump.
Yeah, only pace bowler, real pace bowler here today. So
Yeah, and he has really done a superb job of destroying Corpus. Here he comes. Kenny pushes him out to the offside. So Nishant is Aryan Desai now doing an excellent job here with his 5 wickets for 8 runs, 2.57 a wicket. Very economical. Coming in here for his last over. Gets that one, almost picks up that wicket. Nishant coming on as Aryan Desai. 2 balls to come, he's changed sides. We're pounding that ball in at speed. He didn't get that last wicket, but that was his spell. Brilliant spell of bowling. Taking 5 wickets, all 303 for a 9th wicket standard, so instead of being Wisdom. So we've got a few runs to go if we want to beat the record, but that drops in the middle between 2 fielders. Almost a run out. 2 runs there. Anand back to now. We're here back to now on 10, Anand on 1. Score of 73 for 9. So Tajish takes the last wicket then, as 73 Corpus, and as the Los Angeles wins by 43 runs, as they will be taking on Southwest in the finals here, and it'll be on this pitch as well, I believe. So congratulations, Los Angeles, moving forward on a bit of a contentious game, but moving forward to the finals, and definitely deserve to move forward. They have a young, aggressive team with a devastating opening bowling attack, so it's going to be great to see these 2 teams have a crack at each other. And we'll take a break now before the finals start.